All right, let's compare the 50 millimeter lens up against the 135 millimeter lens. I have over a decade of professional photography experience, and I'm going to walk you through these prime lenses, what their differences are, and maybe help you determine which one you might want to buy if you're between the two of them. So let's start off with the similarities they have. They're both prime lenses, and prime lenses means that the millimeter rating, or the zoom capability as it were, is fixed, so you can't zoom. If you're used to having zoom features on your lenses, these do not have them. However, prime lenses come with better glass compared to zoom counterparts. In other words, if I'm going to shoot at 50 millimeters, the image quality is going to be better from a prime lens at 50 millimeters than it is at a zoom lens set to 50 millimeters. The glass quality is just better. Other things these both have in common are that they're both L-series lenses. Canon L-series lenses is their top lens classification. It's larger and higher quality glass elements, and it has other optical technologies that make it superior. I've shot with both. I've shot with the L-series lenses and the non-L-series lenses. As a professional, you would never shoot on anything other than an L-series lens because the image quality is different. With that being said, if you're a hobbyist, you could get away with non-L-series glass, but L-series glass is going to be the best, and both of these are L-series. Now, this 50 millimeter lens goes to f1.2, allowing you to achieve that really beautiful blurry background, what we call in photography bokeh effect. As L-series glass and a prime lens, you're getting the best of both worlds, and so your image is going to be gorgeous. This 135, on the other hand, also allows you to go down to 1.2, also a prime lens, also L-series. So these are basically, at their millimeter rating, going to be the best option you have in front of you. Now, the 50 millimeter is what we consider to be a kind of an everyday lens. It's going to be considered to be your standard frame of reference, or what you might see as out of your eye. It's an all-purpose lens, but perhaps not great at any one thing in particular. With that being said, the 135 is a zoom lens. We use this a lot for portraits and for taking candid photos, okay? So it's going to have a lot of zoom, well, not a lot, it's going to be a decent zoom lens, and the zoom features on it are going to be magnified if you have a frame factor in your camera. So if you have a full frame camera, that means that it's going to be a 135 effect, but if you have like a 1.3 crop factor, which a lot of them have, that's going to multiply this 135 by 1.3, thus rendering it like a 170 or so. So that's a pretty good amount of zoom there. In essence, I would recommend that if you don't have a specific use case, the 50 is going to be a lot more versatile for you, and you're going to be able to be used in a variety of circumstances. You can use this for street photography, everyday photography. You can even use this for portrait work if you want to. If you find yourself needing to get up close, the 135 is going to be a lot better. Certainly for portraits, this is a go-to lens that we have, because when you use the 135 to shoot people, the background just really milks away and goes away. And so it's also the 135, because of the way a telephoto type lens looks, it compresses that background a lot. So it's great for portraiture. You could use this for landscapes, although I'd either add a doubler, sorry, not landscapes. This is great for wildlife, although I'd add a doubler or get a longer lens, like at least a 200, but you could in a pinch use this for wildlife. And so those are probably the most common features here. Okay, 50 versus 135. If I have to pick one, this is more versatile, but if I know I'm shooting specific circumstances better suited for the 135, this is the best available. Hope that helped.